So real quick, the game is QuestForged. It's an AI-powered action RPG where real-life quests connect back to the game as rewards and progression. Basically, I'm trying to figure out how AI can fit into games and actually add value. If you want to see my progress on that, please like and subscribe and check out the summary link in the description. Anyway, one of the things I've been doing is messing around with AI sprite generation, and honestly, it's been mostly garbage for like the last couple of years. Like the frames wouldn't match, like the style would drift, the character would look different every frame, and it would just take too much time where you could either do it yourself or just buy a sprite pack. But now I feel like we finally reached this like inflection point where these models are generating consistent enough sprites. Uh, the one that I use is Pixel Lab AI. The website's in the description. It's like $10 a month, and the free version comes with some number of generations that you can play with. The outputs, are obviously not 100%. You're still going to have to regenerate. You're still going to have to edit. And, sometimes it's going to give you something weird. But, like, the difference is that it's, like, close enough. And, they have an editor inside the website. And, that helps with, like, touch-ups. I feel like they're also advertising an API. But, like, I don't know if that's really useful yet. Each generation, it just takes too long. It requires too many attempts. You're going to need edits before the sprite's even usable. So we're not really at that point. But, maybe later, as like these models get better, you can hook this up into your game and you can generate fresh encounters in sort of like this kind of open world kind of way. But for now, like the useful part is like way simpler, right? Like it's good enough to like test ideas. And for game dev, that's like a massive jump. Because like testing ideas used to be really taxing. You either had to make the sprite yourself or you have to search for one and then buy it, and then you have to write like test code around it. And the whole time you're like thinking about opportunity costs, like is this even worth doing because like I wasted a week on this and I'm probably just gonna delete it. Maybe I should be building something else. And now it's just more like, test idea one, two, three. And basically these models give you like the power of like really quick iteration. And like that means like you can build an idea and just start improving it immediately. And that's like really powerful. Anyway, this is my next boss, Ice King Skeleton. It's going to come right after the Fire King. You fight him. Then maybe afterwards you fight both of them, and there'll be some sort of choreography for that. Maybe I can have like a Necromancer show up. Who knows? The point is now I can just generate whatever idea I want to do and actually build it out real quickly and just see how it looks. Like I don't need to commit to some version of a boss before I even know if it's fun. Yeah, that's like the new standard for me. I'm like, just prototype fast, shape the game, iterate, and then like once you finish the draft, like you then use real art at the end. And honestly, it's not just art. Like the coded side has definitely reached the point where it's worth using. Not in the like fake way where AI will build your whole game for you, but more like you have a really big project and you have some bug, and you have an AI agent that's integrated into your code base, and you can just be like, hey, I have these suspicious classes that I've been working on. Go through them and identify the likely culprits as a list and rank them, one, two, three. Or like alternatively, you need to build like a new class or a new function, and you basically just lay out all the logic that you want, and yeah, it will code for you, right? Like, and you just basically fit it in like Legos. And then I guess even in this like current update, like one of the coolest things that I was able to do was that like I needed a quick spreadsheet generator. Basically I just wanted to add the single images, and have things equally spaced out. I wanted to, you know, reduce their size, increase their size, and just like basic editing things. And yeah, I was just able to go to GCP and be like, hey, build me, this quick thing out of Python and just load up that file. I guess this is just like really wild what you could do with AI. Like there's just so many modes breaking down. Like the speed and productivity is definitely real. Anyway, this is just I feel like the new way to do game development in 2026. So again, if you're curious about my project, where I'm building out this game where you do real life quests and it syncs to an action RPG, go ahead and like and subscribe. Take care.